In a shattering revelation that strikes at the very core of the British monarchy, reliable sources have confirmed that Prince Charles has fallen into a deep depression after receiving DNA test results that prove Prince Harry is not his biological son. The paternity bombshell, which seemingly came out of nowhere, has upended the deteriorating relationship between father and son even further while casting doubt on the line of succession itself. This is undoubtedly the biggest crisis the royals have faced in decades, veteran royal biographer Tina Brown declared grimly. For the heir to the throne to have his fatherhood of one of his children definitively refuted is just an absolutely brutal blow. Regardless of their estranged relationship currently, biology is biology. Charles must be gutted beyond belief over this. The origins of the paternity mystery remain murky, with conflicting reports emerging over how and why the DNA test was initiated in the first place. Some insisted the process originated as a routine medical screening related to potential hereditary health issues, while others alleged it was part of a morbid indulgence by Prince Harry in commercially available at-home ancestry and lineage kits. What is known, however, is that the test results delivered personally to Harry and his wife Meghan at their Montecito, California mansion quickly found their way into Prince Charles's hands, with the ancient media catchphrase of "the truth will out" taking on an entirely new dimension of pain and anguish. To say the Prince of Wales is beside himself with grief would be a massive understatement, an impeccably placed Buckingham Palace insider revealed under strict anonymity. He simply cannot process or make sense of this. His world has been utterly shattered, to put it mildly. The source went on to describe how in the days following the DNA disclosure, Charles has completely retreated into seclusion, ignoring all official royal business and duties while holing up in his private quarters at Clarence House. He has refused visits and phone calls from his wife Camilla, son Prince William, and even his beloved mother Queen Elizabeth, sinking into what one aide described as a soul-crushing pit of abject despair and depression. At one point, he just kept muttering repeatedly, "What was the point of everything?" before dissolving into heaving sobs, the source shared gravely. Those few trusted staff members allowed in to see him say the look in his eyes is of utter devastation. He appears a broken man, as if his very reason for living has been stripped away. Across the Atlantic, Prince Harry has remained equally reclusive and silent regarding the monumental family fracturing, reportedly ensconced within his and Meghan's palatial Montecito estate amid tight security and completely ignoring all outside requests for comment and clarification. Sources close to the couple insist the test results were unsought and completely unexpected, but that more investigation is required to uncover any potential mistakes and tampering involved. Mr. and Mrs. Sussex knew no more about this than Prince Charles, but they want the absolute truth of the matter to come out through legitimate processes, said a spokesperson. No conclusions can be made at this juncture until further corroborating protocols have been completed. This remains an entirely unverified and unauthorized test result at the moment. Those claims, however, have done little to stem the overwhelming tide of media scrutiny and public speculation engulfing Harry, Meghan and Charles as the existential royal crisis reaches a fever pitch. Indeed, pundits and royal experts have wasted no time feverishly pondering the potentially seismic ramifications surrounding the line of succession and the crown's very future over the long term. This doesn't just potentially alter whether the throne could pass to Prince Harry's future children, it muddies the entire royal lineage with the implication of infidelity and the breaking of vows, royal historian Robert Lacey spelled out gravely. To imagine the horror of realizing your entire existence and humanity has been predicated on false pretenses, no wonder Charles is reportedly so traumatized. His lifelong sense of duty and obligation may have just come crashing down around him. With the palace remaining typically tight-lipped about the unfolding situation, the frenzied rumor mill has kicked into overdrive, with the identities of Prince Harry's potential, real father, emerging as the latest subject of wild speculation. Popular fan theories have run the gamut from Charles's own inner circle staff members to random romantic dalliances and even more outlandish conspiracies involving donor material obtained through artificial insemination. Legal pundits and scholars of British royal protocol, meanwhile, have already begun engaging in fierce debate over the potential ramifications to Prince Charles and Camilla's standing, as well as Prince William's path to the throne, should any verifiable proof of infidelity emerge surrounding Harry's rightful parentage. If it is conclusively proven that Prince Charles is not the biological father, the stain of illegitimacy, regardless of the circumstances, could be used to jeopardize his ascension to the throne, royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliam said. Conversely, this could make Prince William's status ironclad as the clear heir apparent free of distractions. The palace would be loath to confirm details that muddy the succession line further. As the paternity storm rages across the Atlantic, at least one royal expert is insisting that regardless of the ultimate fallout, Harry and Charles's relationship may have suffered irreparable damage, even before any other scandalous details come to light over how the situation was mishandled. Setting aside the humiliation of having your fatherhood publicly questioned for a moment, the mere act of Prince Harry allowing a DNA test on himself without the royal family's explicit consent is considered nothing short of egregious dereliction and breach of trust, author Brian Hoey proclaimed. It essentially obliterates any hopes of the relationship between Harry and his father ever being mended in earnest. The heir's heartbreak runs too deep now. With each passing day of suffocating royal chaos and back-channel damage control maneuvers, the patience of even Harry's most ardent defenders appears to be running thin. Even longtime friend and media confidant Gayle King took a rare public swipe at the renegade prince during a recent broadcast. "My humble advice would be to get out in front of this situation immediately with full transparency," she urged. If Harry genuinely did this as some ancestral curiosity, then simply explain that motivation plainly to everyone. If not, come completely clean about whatever actually happened here. For his part, Charles remains steadfastly ensconced in his well-documented solitary despair, with little apparent inclination to satisfy the relentless public hunger for details and accountability from the once golden prince who is now rejected as an illegitimate heir. Nothing matters right now beyond the black pit consuming his soul, the impeccably placed palace insider revealed. Prince Charles is retreating from life itself as he questions the foundation of his very existence. Until and unless he can emerge from this darkness with resolution and peace, the monarchy itself hangs perilously in limbo, consumed by this existential crisis.